We'd originally planned to stop in Queensland for a couple of months' work before heading north for the cruising season. But with coronavirus, that was all cancelled. So we're here on the Gold Coast, and because of the coronavirus, we're seeing a lot of things shut down. Well, at the moment, our priority is to get our solar panel fixed. We really need to get that fixed because we're not at full efficiency because of the damage to that solar from the wind generator. Because if we get put in isolation, we want to be able to edit and watch Netflix and you know, do the standard things that you do in isolation. So we're going to race up to Brisbane today and get that solar panel fixed, and then hopefully we'll continue cruising up to the reef. But we're just going to have to reevaluate. Every day there's something new on the news and we don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow. Lucky for us, our mate Stornham was working nearby, so we borrowed his car to pick up the new solar panel and got it back to the boat. What you doing there, Michael?
Oh, you know, taking off this old solar panel. Not that old, the smashed one.
Yeah.
We smashed it cops. Using the high field as a little platform. Something we'd never be able to do with the old little tender.
No. So that's the panel there. It's all completely shattered. And apparently the water will eventually get into it and should be cooked. So we're just about ready to go. The plan is we're going to use a halyard to lift the solar panel up. Going to swing it around, lay it on the cabin roof, and then hopefully do the same to put the old one back on, which will then, once we get it in place, we'll screw these holes and put it back together, hopefully. We were just about to lift the panel off and there's dolphins all around the boat hunting fish against the hull.
Under here, under the tender.
Oh, he's gonna get it. He's trying to find him, look.
He's hiding under the tender.
Yeah.
Oh!
No way.
Nice! Oh!
That dolphin is just struggling to catch that fish.
He got him. There's so many herring here.
Did you see it in his mouth? Excuse that short dolphin break. We're back to resuming our solar panel repairs.
Stop there.
With the old panel off, we rigged up the new one ready for installation. Okay, so Michael has just put the bracket on the back of the new panel and I don't know, a million other things. What else have you been doing down here? The new MC4 connectors and polished the stainless where it was sitting. And we're just about to put the new panel back on. So we got the solar panel on. We're just about to uncover it now. Michael's just connected it. Ready?
52 volts, 72 volts.
Up and running?
20 amps, 31 amps, 34 amps.
Nice. Back in action. With the new solar pumping away, it was time to stock the freezers in case they stopped us from going fishing. Bit of a late start. We're going to go check out Shipwreck and see if we can scratch up a feed because the coronavirus pandemic is officially here. We're not on lockdown yet, but we want to stock up before we are. We were obviously a little too eager and had forgotten a few essential items.
Get to the spot, drop the anchor, and then it dawned on me that we didn't have our weight belts. So the weight belt has a knife and the belt reels on it as well, so it's just like, oh. So I jumped in like newbie style, just boardies and fins and the mask, and then I had a GoPro on my head. The GoPro didn't have batteries in.
As I was loading my gun, a nice mackerel swam under me. A few seconds later, I heard Michael's gun go off. With no weight belt or knife, I put a second shot in.
Get it?
Yeah, I was just trying to brain it. It was pretty funny as these young kids from another boat had joined us at the same spot. They were pretty shocked to see Michael land this solid mackerel within 2 minutes and without a wetsuit.
Oh, that's great. Shot there between those two. Like, never come off. You have a nice one.
It was the fastest, most efficient spearing session yet, which was fine by me given the 5 metres viz.
What do you got there, Michael?
Okay, Karen. Christening your bag, finally.
Finally.
We came out here all excited, bashed against the sou'easter, about to jump in, no weight belts, no belt reel, no knife, so we didn't even wear the wetties. So
Nice.
yeah, thanks Karen and Jay for this bag. It's going to come very handy.
Look
Yeah.
like rookies.
So there you go.
Christening the bag. Ooh. What are they called on the dogs?
The muzzle,
Muzzle.
mackerel muzzle.
Mackerel muzzle.
Yeah, we've got a nice little mackerel. Nothing huge, but perfect eating size. We'll make sashimi, ceviche, and all sorts of good stuff out of it.
So just whip some of that mackerel up into a poke dip. I usually serve this with corn chips if I've got guests over. Otherwise, we make like a poke bowl which has got rice, carrot, lettuce, avocado, whatever's in the fridge really. Okay, so in here I've just got a 1/4 cup of soy, 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, a teaspoon of grated ginger, and the chili flakes, 1/2 teaspoon. I've just rubbed some rock salt onto the fish, and now that's been chilling for a few hours now, and I'm just going to pour this over. You can really smell that ginger. Oh, it's so good. And the shallots, bunch of sesame seeds. I don't know how much, I love them. And I'm going to put some peanuts in. Usually people put macadamia nuts in here, but we don't have any, so I just do that for a little bit of crunch.
Macadamia, far out.
Expensive too. They're not expensive apparently in other parts of the world. It's only Australia because we export them just like all the good stuff. And we save the crap for ourselves. Okay, and the other final touch is some seaweed that we put in as well. I just break it up because this stuff's quite long. It's sort of my go-to recipe. I have a million different poke recipes. Just depends on what I feel like on the day, what I feel like eating. Yeah, we're just enjoying our time here on the Gold Coast. And yeah, we're sort of stuck here now for the foreseeable future. We don't really know what's going to happen with these lockdowns, how long they're going to last, how bad this virus is going to be. But basically, we just thought this is a really good place to be. We've got access to a supermarket on the water that actually have a dock, so we can do provisioning really easily. We also have an airport just down the road, so in worst case scenario we have to go home to our families or anything, we can just jump on a flight and be home in an hour. And yeah, the Gold Coast is absolutely beautiful, and there's no one here because everyone's in lockdown. So the theme parks are closed, all like the tourist operators, like
All the helicopters.
like usually you can't anchor where we are anchored right now because there's a helicopter pad right behind us for SeaWorld, and apparently they take off every hour. So people just, when we read the reviews, every 5. Oh,
they just keep.
It's insane. So yeah, we're here in this little spot in front of SeaWorld. We've got it all to ourselves. And yeah, it's really sad seeing all the businesses closed down, but on a selfish note, it's actually a really nice place to be. And yeah, it would have been awesome like 50 years ago being here on the Gold Coast. Yeah, it's been nice. We've met a few other young cruisers too, so yeah, good to have some company finally. Get sick of this one. Anyway, we should probably eat this before it goes cold. Hot, warm. Actually, if you have a choice, definitely chill your fish right down once you put the sauce on it. We're too hungry though, so we're gonna eat it now. Any good?
Delicious. Nice. Very subtle flavours. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Yeah, who knows what's going to happen from here, but yeah, we've still got plenty of content to come out, and good diving off here. See what happens. If you like what you saw, just please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, comment, all that stuff helps, and see you next time. Cheers.
Join us next episode as we enjoy some amazing weather.
Finds my ultimate lifelong dream. I flew it straight into the stays.
And explore our new backyard during lockdown. First dive! No way! Be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share us amongst your mates. A huge thanks to our patrons for your ongoing support, and welcome on board Sam and Mott. Cheers, guys.
It's the third bloody time you put it on there.
I like sesame seeds.
I know.
Anything else you request,
Nope.
Master? What are you doing there, Michael?
Brought a friend today, look. Dining out. You're allowed
1.5 meters, guys.
You're allowed one sparrow and one non-resident sparrow. We got big contact.